Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. Got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so we have got very important event up, Master Forge event. As always, this is one of the best events for actual items, especially in this particular event, Immortal Herbs. I've been trying to get a complete triple S set or SS plus set of Immortal Herbs, and as you can see, I'm up to 17 billion, which should give you an indication that I actually have. It also moved in Ming up to the second, so we managed to get a full set. The Crystal Blood, the Red Sand Lotus, and the Snow Worm. This is right here was a difficult to it, but I was able to get quite a bit of this inside of the forge. So if you're looking to build a set of this, you can get a choice chests for these herbs inside of the event. I'll show you that here in a few minutes, but it boosted up. It took me all the way to 17 billion, so I was at 16 half, a little bit more. So that and was the actual modifier that actually took me up. So if you look at the Master Forge, it's inside of the time limited exchange, and you can see you got several of them here. So you've got a chest option. This is an option 25. You can get this 4 times, so that's 100. Okay. Then they've got a 15 option here. You get that 30 times, and then they've got a 10 option here. So you could definitely get quite a bit, of course, but you get, it's all based on the ice core. So that does not drop very often if you look inside the forge without having the actual paying for the actual success. You can pay $14.99 to get 100%, so that's going to guarantee you quite a bit of the ice core. But this way right here, it's at 50%, so it's only you only get half of that. So, but if we're doing this from free to play, that's what you have to deal with. I managed to get some enough to purchase, just enough so far. I haven't really gotten much after that. Usually I have pretty good luck. I mean, I nailed in the last Master Forge, I got quite a bit. I was nailing like 8 of these puppies a day, and I ended up using those on some soulbone stuff and whatnot. But yeah, so this is a very good event to get some specialty items, especially the Immortal Herbs if you're trying to build a triple S or an SS plus set. And if you, as you can look, it is a very big BP boost, so it's something you will consider. Other time limited, we've got an actual Martial Soul event and a Spirit Soul event up. Okay, so you're going to have your standard Soul Beast invasions to get some Awakening wood and some of the actual chest for some source. And then, of course, you can purchase some stuff in here. They actually had some really good stuff in here that I already purchased. They had some more of the actual Chaos Bird, which I am building. So this was very useful to me. But they've got some other stuff in here if you want to too. And as you can see, I'm not lacking in diamonds. They really haven't had any diamond intensive. They had a rush there a while back, about I think it was like a week and a half ago, when they had 3 costly events up at the same time. But at the same time, they were offering a lot more diamonds. Plus, they had a lot of the events that they're having. There's 2,000 and 3,000 diamonds as rewards for the weekend events and whatnot. You can really, if you participate in these weekend events, for instance, this one right here, you can get quite a bit of, that's $2,000. I mean, that's 2,000 diamonds right there alone. So you can get a lot of diamonds if you participate in some of these particular events. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Plus, keeping your rankings up, you should be getting, we're going 2,000 every night each way. So, I'm buying what I need to buy in terms of using the diamonds. So, been able to do just about whatever I needed. And whatever these expensive one comes around, I'll have the stuff to spend on it. As you can see, a bunch of stuff inside the S. And then, of course, they had some excellent packs again this week. Okay, 1,500. Then they had some SS Plus. This was good for my Phoenix Wing, which I needed. And then they had a resource pack, which I mainly purchased for the actual 60 the Spirit Divinist, because I'm going to be getting Hugh, so I want to rank up her essence very quickly. So I'm banking some of that and storing some of that for that. She should be coming up any time now. I would expect to see her probably after these events close. And so these are 3-day events, so I would expect to see her maybe not tomorrow, but the next day. Possibly it could go into Thursday. I'm sorry, it could go into Friday and over the weekend, but I don't think so. I think we're going to be seeing seeing Hugh drop pretty soon. And when Hugh drops, we'll be able to get those remaining shards for Zoo, which you do want to make, okay, because Zoo is needed for the fusion. If you're going to fusion Hugh, you're going to need Zoo, because as I said before, to fusion, you need the character before and the character after. You do not have to level them up, but you must summon them. That is the rule, okay? So keep that in mind. And then we're going to be moving Hugh in, and then after that, we're going to take a look at Oscar. See if Oscar, who is the last Triple S that they'll be offering before the SP class, see if he's something we want to do. If not, we'll probably do something with Ling Ling to bring her in. It's just, something we have to wait and see. I want to see what Oscar offers. Since he is the last of the Triple S's, and as we said before, generally the last couple of characters in any of the classes tends to be a little bit more powerful than the rest. Ergo, you and Oscar, so I want to make sure. I don't want to spend all the resources on Ling Ling and then turn right out and find out that Oscar just has much support, but only more. My assumption is, since he's the last one, we're probably going to see excellent healing, excellent support, possibly a boost of attack speed and attack, and we're probably actually going to see a little bit of damage. Most of the support healers do not do much damage. They will buff the damage of the other characters, but they don't do any direct damage themselves. I think we're probably going to see something like that, possibly inside of Oscar. But we'll have to see. Oscar's been pretty, pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say he's not ignored. It's just that he's never really been. This is the first time we're actually getting. Oscar was. He's a healer, but he was the first SS healer. But he was actually outsided by Yin, who was an S. Okay. So he wasn't a bad healer. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people used him, not for very long, but he was a little, and then they came out with SSI and everything went over there. So, but what you're looking for, I think we're going to see, because if you look at the inside of the anime, Oscar does grow. Okay. And he grows out of a lot of that. So he begins to develop some powerful skills as well, which is why I think we might see a little bit of damage from him. Okay, as well as the standard healer class. We're going to get the healing, and we're probably going to get the buffs as well. I'm just looking to see a little bit more, maybe one or more buffs, probably a little bit higher percentage than Ling Ling's offering. Ling Ling's an excellent healer, and she does excellent support buffs. She boosts your attack speed, but at the same time, I'm thinking Oscar's probably going to be a little bit stronger. If he's not, I'll just use Ling Ling. I've got no problem with that. I've got enough. I could probably build them both, but I don't want to do that because I want to save the shards for the SP characters. There's a Wu, and there is a Tang San in the SP. As I've given you brief glimpses of them inside of the thumbnails for the previous videos, so you know they're there. They look awesome, and they're going to be super powerful. So we want to make sure that we save its ability so we can get them. So that's what's going on. So Martial Soul event, okay, as well as Soul Beast Invasion, Spirit Souls. So Spirit Soul, Martial Soul, inside Time Limited, desktop, Master Forge. Definitely want to participate in it. Again, it's pretty easy to get the items. They tell you where they get them at. So just read the extra thing. Ice Core. Okay. You need iron, drop in Slaughter City. Extra water, drops inside of Sea God. And then the Heavenly Arrow is inside of sweeps, inside of the stages. Elite Story stages, Arena, and Grandmaster Match. This is the difficult one to get. It takes one of each of these. It takes 4 of these. But getting these is a lot easier, especially if you sweep a lot. If you just sweep a lot, you're going to get a lot. Okay? That's just the way it goes. So keep that in mind, but you do want to participate in that. Zoo's up, so make sure you do this. Okay. The rewards aren't the greatest, but you really want to go for the chest. Actually, as I've said before, this chest right here, 2,000. So at least get that. This stuff's not bad. Okay, as you can see, but it's not really earth shattering. And same inside the shop. If this was changed to something like an SS Plus, it would be a little bit more. You know, get the keys. I get the quartz, the enhancement. I'll get the soul tones. I'll get the keys. You'll be able to pretty much buy mostly all of this stuff and some of these before it actually ends. So if you run it on a daily basis, just set it to 0 speed and do one of the hard modes and get an S or an SS, and you'll have more than enough to actually get pretty much everything in there that you want to get, with some stuff left over. But you can use it on gold if there's any left over, so it's not like it's wasted. Okay. So that's what we want to see in terms of that. So that's everything. But yeah, definitely, you should not be having an issue obtaining these Immortal Herb essences. I was really, when they first came out with them, I was, but this actual essence is pretty easy to get. It's this right here inside the Expire. Okay, this is really, it's actually fairly easy to get this stuff. It's actually in the chests, as well as offering it. I mean, you can get in the chest, awakening chest, a tin pool. You can use. Very seldom do I not get some. I would say that probably 90% of your chest pools, 80 to 90%, you're going to get some of this in there, inside of there, and it doesn't take a lot to actually level it up. Okay, so which one we want to? I want to do the one with the attack. This is attack right here. So you hit Inspire, and it's using yeah, a little less than 50, and that's going to give me full enlightenment, and take this up to enlightenment level 3. Okay, so that's a huge boost to attack. Not so much this, but this. That's a 4% jump. Okay. And then when you go back and take a look, as you can see how much that BP is. That's a huge amount of BP. Okay, for doing something so little. Another place that you can get that essence is inside of the Sec Speed Race. It's in these chests. 13 here, 15 here. So that right there, that's 13 and 15. That's, you know, that's almost close enough to get you actually into the actual realm of almost being able to do an Aspire. But yeah, so it's only 13 and 15. They use they use the heaven iridescence on the other two. But yeah, that's so this is stuff that you want to try to get, this essence, and it's not hard, and you know, but as you can see, that's a huge BP boost. So definitely not neglect your Immortal Herbs. I'm finding that as you get higher up, you're going to start maxing out your souls. I've already done that. My martial souls are to the point right now where these right here, as you can see, are pretty much all maxed out. Okay, there's a few that aren't. So we're working on these right now, and I'm starting to make a dent in them. So I'm not getting very much BP. Used to be you were getting BP daily because you were enhancing these and upgrading them. Well, now they're maxed, okay? And the essence goes fast. This soul essence goes the soul power go really fast, okay? So keep that in mind. But you're going to start getting to the point, I've gone like 3 or 4 days right now where I haven't been able to get any BP because all of the ones I'm getting are for ones that are already made. So what I've been doing is I've been saving those up, okay? And then I've been going to my sets, and then I've been choosing the reds here, and doing soul combines, okay? That's the easiest thing to do. So we got 20 on that one, and we've got 9 on this one. So a one-click add. This will give me one. It'll fuse the soul, okay? Because they're useless to me. These are already maxed out, so that I can't use them for anything. Okay, so I'm just using combined soul, but don't combine soul. Use it just on your mystics. Okay, you know what to use it at, and it'll give you a little bit of BP. See, but that's not even remotely close to how much I get from one Inspire on the herbs. So yeah, but it's so yeah, you can go days without getting anything, generating a lot of BP, um, but you can get a lot of it on focusing on the herbs. So focus on making the sets. SS Plus sets are easy to make. You really, unless you're spending money, you're not going to be able to complete these sets inside of the Triple S sets anytime soon. Okay, they just they get to give you a chest for one, but it takes 80 to make it. They only gave you 50, so I'm holding on to the chest to wait and see if I get another chest for them. I would really hate to open this up and use this on the begonia, and then I turn right around and get another 50 chests. Then it's for the lotus shard. Okay, I could have created one of the actual herbs, triple S, put it on it, and started to level it up and inspire it and get a bunch of BP from it. Okay, but you can't inspire and do that until you actually create one, and to create it you have to have 80 shards. So I'm just going to wait. This will a bit when we hit SPs, they'll start jumping SSS stuff more often. It's the same with the S pluses. The S pluses I just showed you, those shards are inside of the Master Forge. You can get a lot of them right now, okay, just by doing the Master Forge and getting the ice core. So the same thing is going to happen pretty soon. We'll probably be seeing triple S chests for the Immortal Herbs inside of the Master Forge and other places as well too. You just got to keep on the lookout. I'm always on the lookout for it. They do sneak them in every now and then. But yeah, so we're pretty much in a holding pattern right now. So the big BP jumps we're getting are from the actual Immortal Herbs. But we're going to have a huge BP jump here shortly. Once Hugh is released, I will be summoning her. I will be maxing her. I've got the shards to do it. I've got the actual materials to take her all the way up to well into the red. I can take her orange. I can probably get her orange. I can get her the same as Oscar, orange 2. I can get her orange 2. Okay, I'm working on that right now. I've got the mats to do it. So I'll be able to bring her up quick. Been saving Spirit Source and whatnot. Okay, so she's really going to be max. And I'll be moving the equipment from him, putting a triple S Spirit Soul on her, as well as a triple S hidden weapon. She's going to be a beast. And I prepared the Spirit Soul and the weapon. I focused specifically on them because they match her kit. So I should be able to get a bunch. She will easily become the strongest character I have. And that's you're going to see a huge jump in my damage output. And you'll probably see a BP increase maybe into the 19 or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then we'll be bringing up the other characters shortly after. So I should be a big P jump. So hopefully here, probably within a couple of months, I'll be in the 20s, low 20s, doing a ton of damage with a full triple S team. And we're going to, then of course we're going to start prospecting into the SPs. I'd like to get a Wu or Tang Sang in a team simply because of the fact that that's what they do. Okay, we'll be looking at replacements. Of course, the first replacement will of course probably be Evil Eye. Evil Eye is a melee combat. Wu is melee combat, so that would be an excellent choice for a replacement. Second replacement, of course, would be the Ling Ling or Oscar. Okay, replacing that's a ranged character. Tang San is a ranged character, so that will be a viable replacement from there. Remember, we want 2 melee, a tank, or 2 melee attackers, whichever you want to use. You need to use either a tank or a healer, one of the two. Okay, now going for attackers, you really can't do it. The mats, they just don't give you enough mats to do that. Okay, so choose a tank or healer, plus for survivability. Okay, if you got the opposing team going straight to your attackers are attackers. Granted, they have survivability and they're not going to go down fast, but when they go down, you lose damage. So you don't want them to go down. So you need a tank or a healer to keep them alive. One or the other. I'm using a tank because I'm getting a lot of damage out of In Ming. So yeah, a Wu and a Tang San are my most likely replacement. But there's other SP characters out there as well. So there may be a replacement, a future replacement, long in the future for In Ming. Okay, we just have to see. We'll just take a look at the skill sets and see what they offer, and we'll make a decision at that time. All right, but yeah, get in there for that Master Forge. Don't let that pass you by. Excellent SS Plus Immortal Herbs in there, as well as some other good little items that you can get. But you got to play it. You know, you got to do the sweeps to get the get the wood so that you can do the forging. But yeah, like I haven't had a lot of good luck in this one. I had much better luck in the last one, but I got enough to get the chest, which is what I was looking for. And any more of the actual ice core that I do get will be focusing on those chests to start build up, because I want to make another set of them. Okay, I'd like to have an SS Plus or a Triple S set on all the main teams. Okay, right now I just got one SS Plus set on Inming, and then I have a full S Plus set on Evil Eye. I will be moving the Triple S set that is on the Immortal Herb set that is on. I'm sorry, I had an SS Plus set on him too. I'm sorry. But this was done. This was done. These are not SS Plus herbs to begin with. These are S herbs which were upgraded to SS Plus herbs, okay? So you can upgrade them, but your base stats are better on the SS Plus herbs. So I want to have, there's only 3 SS Plus herbs. Those are Crystal Blood, Red Sand Lotus, and the Snow Worm. All of these others are S set that I cultivated, upgraded, and did everything required to max them out and upgraded them to SS Plus. So their base stats are a little bit lower than the base, so they're not going to be quite as powerful as the SS Plus herbs. I'll be moving the SS Plus original herb set on Inming over to Hugh when I get her. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this on Evil Eye or if I'm going to move it to Inming. I'll probably end up moving it to Inming, okay, because I want to give him as much as I can in terms of it, because these offer some pretty good defense, okay, dual defense, okay. So that's, and as you can see, they're very, very, very high on defense. All of these are. So this would be a really good set you want to keep on your tank for defense. So that's probably what I will do. I don't know, but yeah, I want to have an SS Plus set on all 3 or all 4 of the main characters. So it's something to do. You know, it just takes a little bit of time to do it. That's all. But yeah, so I'm going to try to build another SS Plus set using SS Plus herbs. I will, of course, make another set in the interim of the S's and level them up and max them up to S's. But that takes a lot of materials to do that. But it's materials that can be acquired easily. There is nothing about racking up the Immortal Herbs that is difficult. They give you the essence that you need for cultivation. Okay, the hard part, if you run the Immortal Herb Essences and do the events associated with them, there's nothing that's exceedingly difficult about getting the actual items that you need. Okay, if you look at it, the inspiration, as I said, you can get this inside of the chest. This is the hardest thing to get, but it's offered in all of the events. You just have to go get it. Okay, same with this, offered in pretty much all of the events. You just have to go get it, but this is not required. This is required. This is just to change this particular stats. Okay, I decided I'm going to focus on this after I get SS Plus sets. Then once I get an SS Plus set on the final character, then I'll make a determination and upgrade those stats based on what character it's on. You don't want to start focusing on straight stats, line by line stats, until you get it on the character that you want it to go on. Okay, you don't want to focus on a line to line stat and you're working on your defense and stuff, and then you put it on an attacker. Okay, this is going to give you the chance to change stats around, so you want to make sure you get it on the character that it's going to stay on. Because this stuff, while usable. Okay, it's not, offered and obtainable. It's not something that you want to. It's there's other stuff that you can get that gives you benefit. This can be, so it's difficult. It's not difficult to get, but you have, if you're spending to get this inside of the events, then you can't get the other stuff. Okay, but they give you this. You get it in chests. You can get it all over the place. It's not something that's difficult to obtain. As you can see, I've got 2,585, and you only need to do one to do a reincarnation. Okay, but it's going to increase stats and change that. So it's not required. These are the two that's required. Okay, the Heaven and Earth Essence is what this is, and the Immortal Herb Essence. So these are the essences that are required. Both of those are obtainable inside of chests and events. This not so much in the events, but you can get this inside of the sect race. So yeah, but you got to be a little bit, don't jump right into it. Okay, you can always try to recycle it and get some of the things, but it's just waste of time. So once I get it set on Hugh, I'll be focusing on ranking that setup because I expect her to be probably close to in game. Okay, simply because of the fact that I want to have a Wu and a Tang San, and I've got two characters in the team that are eligible for replacement before I would look on who. So I'll be investing a lot in her. I mean, probably in 6 months from now, we might very well have 4 SPs in the team, and he will be a second team. That's not something that's out of the realm of possibility. It just, it takes a little bit of time if you're doing it from a free-to-play perspective. But we'll see. All right, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Don't forget your herbs. Get in the Master Forge. This Kinrir, still in the corner, still coming at you. Signing out.